was cancelled, I was like, oh my God. On my interview day, the train decided to cancel.
I don't want to sound like stuck up because I'm not smart anymore, by the way. Uni has taken it out of me.
Let's
I'm
not
not
even
smart.
get into
I
that
stopped being
yet.
smart at GCSE. That was my peak.
Now A-levels. A-levels.
I still can't talk about it without
The
like
big
my
boy.
eyes tearing up.
Hi guys, Rachel and Esther here. So today we are doing a video just to talk about our journey into medicine. So we're going to be talking about the application process, how we got into medicine, what like universities that we applied to, and just literally everything.
So like, when did you realise you want to study med?
I would say, I know it sounds cliche guys, but like since forever, like I don't think there's anything else that I wanted to study. Like I always knew I was going to go into like something scientific, but medicine has always been that top one.
Mine's the same as Esther. Like I feel like there's nothing else in this world. Like as much as I'm like, I complain, oh I'm tired of med, whatever. There's actually nothing else in this world that I want to do. Maybe for a while I battled with the idea of like engineering. I feel like I wanted to do that one as well, yeah. But yeah, med was always the top one, I think. What were your choices?
Basically.
Your 3 choices? Or did you make more than 3?
I think I made more than 3 choices, you know. For year 10.
That's not how it works.
No, I definitely made more. I did French,
No,
geography.
language doesn't count. Your 3 non-language choices.
No, but ours, French language is what it was in the choices, because no, some people didn't do languages.
What school did you go to?
Yeah. I'm from East London, so I did 11 subjects.
So obviously, maths, sciences, the 3. Biology, chem,
Physics,
English lit, English lang,
PE, geography, French, RE.
law. I think I did 12. So obviously you got the maths, chem, bio, physics, English lit, English lang, history, geography.
You did history and geography?
Yeah, I did both. I was one of them. History and
geography.
Why?
Wait, was it compulsory or something?
No, I just chose.
I want to chill with a big boy.
Big boy. Computer science, French and Spanish. RE. That was my top one. So how do you say the environment, like, do you think your school in GCSE time, do you think they encouraged you, like if you were to like tell them, oh I wanted to do medicine, do you feel like they encouraged you? Do you feel like they didn't really care? Put you down? What do you think?
No, they supported me. I'll say they supported me, but obviously because I was already good at the sciences and all of that stuff, they kind of knew that this is probably where I was going to end up anyway. Also because I schooled in Nigeria, so I did I came in year 8 basically. I did year 7 and part of year 8 in Nigeria. So even from the jump, I already had that added pressure because, I don't know, the education system in Nigeria is different. So when I came, I had done every single thing these lot were doing. I thought, yeah, I was up there. I don't know if your school had this thing called like gifted and talented.
Only in primary school, not in
oh my god.
school.
Yeah, my school had...
Your school was destroying self-esteem. What the heck?
It was pressuring. Like, if you're in the gifted and talented group, like, you know how to mess up.
That's another one.
You know how to mess up.
I mean, I guess it's helpful.
So it kind of did help.
Yeah.
I had a lot of extra help, I would say, with practice exams, all of that, even from GCSEs.
To be fair, I'd say with mine, I think my secondary school was so good at like encouraging you to really just do what you want to do. And I feel like that was so like integral to my education, because I feel like if I didn't have them being like, you know what, there's actually nothing, and it was an all-girls school, I was one of them as well. It was an all-girls school, but I feel like, do you know what, this is what I always say, right? No, this is what I always say. I feel like I grew up in an environment where I was so nurtured in a way, like, don't let being a woman stop you, don't let being black stop you. And so I feel like those two, like being black and being a woman, it didn't even factor into my mind. And I feel like that helps me now, because it doesn't really, because I feel like some people are they have that at the front of their mind all the time, like, oh, I'm going into this, and the first thing is, oh, it's probably because I'm black or whatever. But I don't have that mindset. Actually, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know.
I think it's good to always remember, but don't let it limit you or limit you. A-levels. Now A-levels. A-levels.
I still can't talk about it without
The
like
big
my
boy.
eyes tearing up.
I wanted to roll. I said, yes, let me go to
roll.
A-levels. I wanted to roll the big
Oh
boys.
god, I shouldn't have rolled with them. I'm sorry. I don't know
To
what I should
roll the
have
big
done.
boys. A-levels. I feel like at GCSEs, yeah, I had this tunnel. It was A-levels. I wasn't trying to think about BTEC. I wasn't trying to think about apprenticeship. It was actually tunnel.
Yeah, same actually.
It was tunnel, like I knew this is what I was gonna do. But I feel like that's a good thing but also a bad thing at the same time. It's a good thing because I knew like that was exactly what I was gonna go into. But in terms of being bad, I didn't consider any other options at all.
There's so many routes into
There's
life.
so many. But even in saying that, obviously, if I know I'm going into medicine,
you know you have to do A-levels.
I know I have to sort of do A-levels unless I'm considering other like career pathways, isn't it?
Actually, I feel like a lot of the careers now, you can actually do like an apprenticeship, BTEC, whatever. I feel like medicine is one of the only routes where
it's like
you have to.
Set
It's a
path,
set path.
yeah.
Like there's very few. Obviously, there's little things you can do, but there's very few like roundabout ways. You can't really get out of doing A-levels. You can't get out of doing your degree.
With A-levels, this is where the subjects really do matter. Most unis would ask for chemistry and maths.
Some will ask for maths, some will ask for bio. But
They just desire,
all of them will ask for chem. No, but things have changed.
Yeah,
so
that's
check.
true.
But during our time,
when we were
it
applying,
was just chem.
My school did AS level as well. So for AS, I took biology, chemistry, maths, and psychology. And then at A-levels, the second year, I dropped psychology and went on with biochem and maths.
So I did obviously the typical biochem maths, which we'll get onto why that was a big error towards the end. And then I did economics as like the fourth one. Then I dropped economics like halfway through second year, like the year 13.
Oh my god, I can't believe you did that.
I know.
Honestly, chemistry was the most important. I was kind of glad that I was doing maths alongside it. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, if you're already good at maths, it doesn't really matter. But
did the maths help with chem at all?
I don't know the calculation. Because actually, guys, listen here. My secondary school, the exam board I did, I had never come across a number of moles in my life.
Esther! Oh my guys!
Number of moles in my
I
life.
thought it was just me.
No, no.
I got to A-level. And it's like, because I was in the news, we both went to different schools for our sixth form.
Yeah.
So we both get into it and they're talking about moles. I said, what's a mole? My GCSE never.
I thought I've been led astray.
I've spoke about moles.
So I was learning all over, like from the start. Like all the calculation shit was new to me.
I should have dropped maths.
Halfway through year 30.
I should have dropped maths.
Really?
Guys, my sister told me. She told me don't take maths. Don't take maths, and I still.
But you get coconutted.
Honestly, maths broke me as a person. I don't think. No.
A bit drastic.
No, I'm sorry. I'm dramatic. I don't even care. Maths, I was like that. The whole everything. Every mock exam, U, D, E.
Maths was
like until the end. Maybe until like halfway through the end. Maybe that's when I started kind of getting like C's, B's, whatever. It was so demoralizing. I just
maths is actually not. I wish I realized earlier on that maths isn't by force going into medicine. I don't know why I had it in my head that it was by force to do maths. I thought chemistry and maths were compulsory for the longest time. But even I say this, but I don't think I'll be doing anything else.
So what was your experience?
My experience at A-levels was tough. It was tough. Tough times don't last, and it never lasts. A-levels was probably the most intense 2 years of my life. I literally went from an environment where people weren't as ambitious, I'll put it like that. People were just
in secondary.
Yeah, in secondary school. And I went from that to a sixth form where it was just like everyone is head screwed on. Like it's like, this is what I'm gonna do. It was just such an intense and different environment, like a sudden change for me. And I literally had to adapt to that, all whilst trying to get into medicine and going into uni. I would say that was kind of good in a way, because I feel like when everyone around you is literally doing well, like everyone around you knows what they want to do, it sort of like motivates you to also want to do well for yourself. Guys, I used to be up at 5:30 a.m. So if I wanted to do work beforehand, I would have to be up at 5:30, get on the bus, get on the train, get to school, do work before then starting the school day. Do you get it? Well, it was a good experience. It kind of disciplined me.
Yeah. So I went to a boarding school for my sixth form. The reason why was more because my parents were like, it's good. It would be a good environment for you to go to, especially because you know you want to do medicine. If you can get in, obviously, my parents can't afford to pay as well. So I got like we didn't pay a thing. Please don't think I'm rich. Send me money then. So we're not rich. Like, so they were like, if you can get in, obviously, I think. If I still went to my normal sixth form, I think I still would have been able to get in.
Really?
I think so.
Would you say it helped you a lot?
Okay, maybe, I don't know, because I feel like I still would have gotten the same results. I feel like it didn't help me as much as it should have.
But there was potential to help you more.
Yeah, because there was things like, we had like a MedSoc society in sixth form. It was basically everyone who wanted to apply to medicine and dentistry. We'd come like every, I don't know, Thursday or Wednesday, just talk about applying. We went to go watch a cadaver dissection in Brighton and Sussex uni, like surgery, and that was something I wrote about in my personal statement. So stuff like that, opportunities like that, they gave us like workshops for applying to meds, and I feel like I don't know if my secondary school would have been able to do that kind of stuff. And so it's like that kind of opportunity to make it easier for me to apply. So that's why they really encouraged me to do it. And like, if I can get in, it was like, if I got in, if I didn't get in, fine, I'll go to my normal sixth form, but I did get in. I'm happy I went to the school because I made some of my closest friends from there as well. When you live together, you just foster, like you live together. So we lived together for 2 years. Obviously, you foster such closer relationships and stuff. I found it really hard to do well. I feel like they shagged me my predicted grades as well. And so every time I think about it, I'm just like, oh gosh.
I think the sixth one we go to does matter. Like, let's not lie to ourselves. Like, unless you're a very like independent learner and you've got your stuff together, like you have yourself together, being in a good sixth form that will support you, knows exactly what you want to do, and will make sure that you get there is very important. I'll be very honest. If I stood at my sixth form, my secondary school sixth form, I honestly don't think I would have gotten as much opportunities and gotten as much help to gain into medicine first time.
Not everyone's in an area where there might be good sixth forms or whatever. I think if you can find a way to like get yourself to a sixth form where you know, like, they'll encourage you to do work, they'll encourage you to fluff up your personal statement a little bit, they'll encourage you to do that kind of stuff, then put yourself in that position, but then don't put too much pressure on yourself, because there's loads of people who they don't go to boarding schools, they don't go to really good secondary schools, and they still get in. Especially in this day and age, there's so many resources online, there's so many like charities, there's so many companies and groups that like, because I remember I went to one this mock interview, I think it was like Black Medical Society, and it was so useful. Just literally search, like there's so many ways
Make sure you do your research.
Your research and stuff like that. I think there's just so much information out there, just waiting for you to kind of tap into it.
But also believe in yourself, like don't cap yourself. Like me personally, this sixth form, honestly, if I didn't push very much for medicine, I probably would have ended up doing, like, if I didn't believe in myself, I probably would have ended up doing like another subject at uni. Even though they were supportive and everything, it got to a point where it was like, are you sure you're gonna get these grades? Are you sure you're gonna get into this uni? Are you sure you're gonna get into that uni? And I was the one literally saying, I will do well at A-levels. Like, I'm going to work hard for it. Don't let anyone, if you're set on what you want to do and you know you work hard, believe in yourself. Don't let anyone try to change you to do this or that or that. Application process was long, but I think because I started right from year 12, so I knew, okay, what needs to go there? Work experience. So I started from there. Started looking for work experiences. So I ended up getting work experience at that hospital. I did that in year 12 going to year 13, I think. And I was volunteering as well already, the one I found myself, like a hospice. And it wasn't even anything like medical that I was doing. It was just being in that environment to see what it's like. I was volunteering with St. John's Ambulance as well. I did that for like a year, which was good. It was just something to add to my personal statement, to be honest. Yeah, and once personal statement was set, like I knew what I was gonna write, like, yeah, why I wanted to do medicine, like work experiences to back it up, readings and stuff. My school really pushed like other stuff apart from work experiences to put in your personal statement. So I did taster sessions, and I did this thing at Cambridge as well, where we stayed there at like a college for like a few days.
I think I've seen that.
And after that, I had to think about exams, like UK CAT, BMAT. I did both exams. So I was able to apply to BMAT unis and UKCAT unis. BMAT was terrible, guys. That BMAT, fighting for my life. I was fighting for my life.
I can't even imagine. I already said, my teacher was like, oh, you should know.
So I ended up applying to Southampton, where I'm at right now, Liverpool, where my UKCAT unis, and then I applied to Leeds and Brighton and Sussex.
Leeds is BMAT?
Yeah. Oh. And then for the last one, because obviously medicine, you get 4 choices for medicine, and then a 1 non-medicine course. I applied to King's for biomedical science. I did get 4 interviews, so getting that interview, I think it was God, to be honest, honestly, because my BMAT wasn't great. So I don't remember what I got, but I know when I got the results, I thought, there's no way I'm gonna get an interview. But guys, I was waiting months, honestly, months, guys.
This one, guys, people will hear back from all their unis in a week. We apply earlier, hear back later, and then not even hear back for interview, then hear back if you've gotten in. Like, prepare to just mind your business.
Prepare to wait.
Mind your business.
Honestly,
just be quiet.
Like, there's so many stages that could have discouraged me. Like, it's a long process. Honestly, you just have to be patient, take time, believe in yourself, all of that stuff. I got the biomed offer first, and then I got a rejection. Actually, I think Southampton was my first rejection. Guys, my heart dropped. I started getting interview invites in February, January, you know. I think Brighton and Sussex was my first interview. I was nervous, guys. I was shit myself. Brighton and Sussex had MMI interviews. I felt went well. When I left, I thought, okay, it wasn't too bad. Leeds was my next interview. Leeds was MMI as well. I came out thinking, yeah, shagged it. And there's no way I'm getting that. Because I remember this question that this woman asked me. I answered it, but I don't think I answered it the way they would have. And I came out thinking, it could have gone better, honestly.
That's the worst feeling.
I thought, and then I got my Liverpool. I think that was the last interview I did. I came out feeling a bit shaky about it, but I feel like it's because I wasn't too excited about Liverpool. Leeds was probably the one I was most keen on. Like Brighton and Sussex, I wasn't really keen on it. I think the area, everything, it was just wasn't a bit of me, you know. I wanted to go to like a city university. Do you get it? Liverpool, I wasn't too sure till I got there, but the interview was neutral. I came out feeling just normal. It was MMI as well. I was now waiting for them to get back to me from the interviews and stuff. I can't even remember how the rejection went. It's all a bit fuzzy in my brain because I wasn't trying to dwell on it.
So she blocked it out.
I honestly can't remember what order the rejection went in. Damn, you met me and still didn't want me? Ouch. I feel like I had so much faith. I said, I will go into medicine first time. Like, from then on, I actually just focused on getting the grades. Because there was nothing else I could do. It's out of my hands now. God, I leave it to you. Honestly, I just do the best I can. And the best I could lies in the exams. There was a point I thought to myself, even if I don't get in, at least I have the grades to reapply. I've done my exams now, guys. Exams finish in June, innit? Done my exams, like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I remember the exact time. I remember the exact moment. I was just chilling and I went on my email. I'm seeing University of Southampton. I thought,
literally,
this is weird. And you guys not reject me. It was like I'd forgotten I even applied to Southampton. And then I opened it and they said, oh, we have taken a look at your application and we decided to call you back for an interview. I didn't even know that was possible, guys. Honestly, the interview was in July. I think it was the following week the interview was gonna be. So it was like I saw that obviously I already prepared for 3 other interviews. Like I already had.
So you kind of have that.
So I already had notes, like questions. So I literally just had to check the course outline, check why I would want to come to Southampton, all that specific stuff that relates to Southampton. But I was excited. Nothing else was going. I was literally like, oh my god, I got a chance. Did an interview. It was such a chilled interview. Honestly, I think it was my best interview. I loved
Southampton interview.
The interview
was so chill. Man.
It was like a chat, guys.
I felt really nice.
The most relaxed and confident. At the Southampton.
You didn't feel like you were being tested. It was literally just a conversation about your personal statement. Honestly. Like it was actually really nice.
I think I got the offer the next day. You know.
Oh.
Yeah, or the next 2 days. Like,
come back
soon. You didn't accept us.
Oh, I love that. So mine's not as interesting, to be fair. Obviously, to apply to med, you need AAA, like predicted grades. My sixth form, no, they said they were not giving me that. I was like, okay, fair enough. All right, I understand because I've been flopping, so like I get it. And so from then, I really proper thought like I might have to take like a gap year or whatever to prove like to actually get the grades, and then I can apply. Shout out to my sister though, because my sister was like, no, like there's so many things you can apply to. So I applied to 3 different foundation year courses. Foundation courses are, so basically, that's why me and Esther came at the same time, but I'm in 2nd year, she's in 3rd year, because I did a foundation year, I did the year 0. So it's basically to kind of widen access to medicine, because a lot of the time, medical students can be from like upper class, like better education opportunities and stuff like that. And so the whole point of like foundation year courses is to kind of get people who are from lower socioeconomic backgrounds and people who don't necessarily have access to the best education and stuff, and give them an opportunity to still study medicine. Like, don't let stuff that you can't really control be the thing that stops you from studying medicine. And so there's like, I don't know, like 10 or 15 different unis that do it now. I feel like the number's always going up. So they have lower grade boundaries for entry, but they have fewer spaces available. I think for Southampton, I think the grade boundaries ABB or BBB, I can't remember, one of the two. Thing is, this is the thing, I feel like everyone makes it like, oh my gosh, yeah, you lower grade boundaries, blah, 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 blah. So it's easy for you to get to medicine. You're applying for 21 spaces. Like obviously for general meds, there's like what, 250 spaces, whatever. For mine, there was 21 people in my cohort. There was 21 people in my foundation year. So it's like you're applying for that many spaces, and it's like, it's obviously the grade boundaries are lower, but it's more competitive in that regard because there's so many
other
people applying for one space.
Yeah.
So that's basically what a foundation course is, because I was so set on like I'm gonna have to take a gap year. It really wasn't what I wanted. I feel like I really didn't want to take it, because you know there's people who want a gap year, who want a break. I really didn't want it. I was like, I just don't know what I'm gonna do myself. And I had to do my application. Basically, I'd already had my personal statement patterned, right? Because I was obviously expecting to apply, and I did my UK CAT, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't remember my score, so I can't even tell you what I got. I'm not gonna lie. I just remember I cried after the exam. I cried after the exam. I remember that, yeah. Because I remember, bro, I'm so sorry. That exam was stressed.
Yeah.
Like, because I didn't get what I wanted. I still got like, I think I got like 5th percentile, 6th, no. Whichever one is the top 4 percentile, I got that one. Yeah, so our school makes us do secondary like mocks. They made us do more mocks to kind of boost your predicted grades. So I did those mocks, I flopped again because nothing was working for me at the time. And it was always maths that I flopped. This is why I'm saying I should have just dropped maths, because bio and chem were fine. It was just maths that I just was not doing well in. And so my predicted grades had to like, they weren't AAA. Like I wasn't gonna get into med if I applied. So then I applied to all these foundation year courses. So I think I applied to here, Southampton, Leicester, Anglia Ruskin, because they had like a new course at the time. I think the year
they just started.
Yeah,
you applied was the first year
first
medicine.
year.
Yeah.
So I applied there, and then I think I only did 3 applications for med, because I think for the rest of them I just wouldn't have. Like reading their requirements and stuff, it just wouldn't have it would have been a waste.
It makes sense, yeah.
And then I think I applied to bioengineering, but again, if I didn't get into med that time, I wouldn't have gone to uni. I would have just taken a gap year. I think I heard back from Leicester first in like December. Really? And they emailed me. Yeah, I remember I was in the library when I got the email, and then they were like, "Yeah, you've we'd like to offer you an interview." My interview for Leicester was in January or February, one of the two. And I think I got my second offer for Southampton for interview.
Oh wow.
In like Feb. And then Anglia Ruskin, they rejected me, which I kind of knew they were going to, because it was just another application at this point. And it's something I shouldn't have done it, but at the same time, I was just like, I might as well. You never know what could happen. Because I kind of knew, because there was one thing I knew I didn't fit, and I can't remember what it was. It was either UK CAT, yeah, it was UK CAT or something. But yeah, so then obviously I got the interview, I was planning, prepping, all this stuff. My last interview was MMI, and I remember it was chill, like it was all right. I feel like I don't do well with MMI because I think I just work myself up. Like I don't like the stress of like douche. It wasn't horrible, it wasn't amazing. Actually, no, I think it was good. And then I heard back from Southampton, I got the interview. like we said, Southampton interview, top tier. Like, it was just so... I
feel like I'm just a traditional interview babe.
Yeah, I'm a traditional babe as well. I just, like, if we're sitting here having a conversation, that's me. I don't need you to be asking me to do suture. And like, what's this? Guys, learn your personal statement. I can't understand people who will go to an interview who don't know their personal statement in and out. I had a book about personal statement I never read, but I could tell you every single thing about it because I know they're going to ask about it. Yeah. So that whatever obviously you put in there, they're going to ask you. And so that's why I think it worked to my advantage, because I've literally learned my personal statement in and out. So like, they'll ask me, how was this? How was this? Like, I even could kind of predict the questions they're going to ask from the things I'd already put in there. And I really like Southampton as a city, like I said. And so I was like, okay, I'd love to come in. Like, Southampton was my top choice. Like, that was what I wanted. Yeah. Because I didn't want to go Leicester, because I knew I wouldn't do work. I knew I'd actually wouldn't do anything. Party Central. Like, I would have loved it, but I wouldn't have done work. But I heard back from Southampton first. Yeah, I heard back from Southampton first. And I remember it was my mum. Guys, you don't understand. My mum was on it. So she messaged me. She even messaged me, and this was during school time. Obviously, I was at boarding school. So she messaged me. She was like, "Have you heard anything back from Southampton today?" Because people on the student thing were saying, "Oh, I got an offer. I got rejected, whatever." And then coincidentally, like, you know when your phone is off, right? And then it's like, I had my mum's message. Then I had track. UCAS track. Yeah, there's been a change to your application. Yeah. I was like, sugar, like this is it. This is the moment. I was like, if I didn't get in, I'm gonna cry. Like, and I find out I got in, and I was like, screaming, really happy, because Southampton was the one I wanted to go to, so I didn't even care if Leicester got back to me, because Leicester got back to me I think 3 weeks later saying I'd got in as well. And then that was my I feel like my story was just so boring. Towards the beginning, I think it was stress, like, because I didn't know if I was gonna apply or not, and then I applied. Live life at 16 and 15. Obviously, do well, please. There's a balance between living life and also doing well. You can do well and live life. But like, I just think, don't put that much pressure on yourself.
At GCSEs, enjoy your life.
Enjoy your, that's the time you'll be
I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but it kind of goes from there.
Kind of.
Everything goes
downhill
from there.
It's not even down. Downhill doesn't even describe what it is.
With A-levels, it's much more important to think about what you would enjoy as well, because A-levels is already hard. Like, if you don't enjoy the subject that you do at A-levels, you're gonna struggle. You're going to struggle. Apart from the fact that chemistry was compulsory, I also enjoyed it, and I knew that I needed it. But the other three, I had to enjoy it for me to take it, or I would have hated it. Do your research into everything, right from what sixth form you're going to, what help they offer, all of that stuff, into personal statements, the grades, the subjects you actually need.
Apply smart. When I was applying, I feel like I was so, what's the word, like, scared of applying, dumb. Because I literally, and I remember it was like Medic Portal, they had like a spreadsheet of like, this uni, what they require, like, they want AAA, they want BBB, they want ABB, whatever. UK CAT score, what they typically tend to take in. If this is your UK CAT score, this is what they'll typically take. If it's lower than that, don't apply there. If they need the BMAT, what type of interview it is, if it's traditional, if it's MMI, which one do you prefer? Like, would you prefer having a traditional? Like we said, we're both traditional babes, but there's people who will prefer an MMI because it's like short burst, whatever. All that kind of stuff, like, you really need to like, and throw all preferences out of the window, because I feel like if you really want to study medicine, you will go where they're taking you. You will go wherever they're taking you. Like, at this point, if they took me in Scotland, I'll go. Like, do you know what I mean? So
I'll be in Glasgow jamming. I'll be in Edinburgh jamming. Also, going back to applying smartly, don't say, oh my God, I'm so smart. I'm doing 4 A-levels. I'm going to apply to all medical schools that are A-star requirements. You're setting yourself up.
Guys, do you know what people do that?
You're setting yourself up. It's literally, you have to be smart.
You have to be
smart.
Okay.
It's not saying, you don't believe in yourself, don't aim high. Like, aim high. But it's like, all right, you have 4 chances, 4 medical schools. I'll apply to maybe say one that's like 3 A-star requirements. Cool. Another one that's like 2 A-stars and an A. Back up. That's our last. Apply 3 A's. Also course type as well is another thing. That sort of, you learn content sort of thing while doing clinical stuff alongside it. That's what I like, and it really works out well for me. So check the course, the style of teaching, style of learning of each medical schools. Is it something that you think you would thrive in? All of that stuff.
And another tip. Your personal statement doesn't need to be read by every Tom, Dick and Harry in the world. I'm telling you. I feel like the more people you give it to, the more... Everyone has different writing styles. Everyone has different, like, ways that they would say things and say, oh, you don't need to say this, you don't need to say that. Once you're getting so much information back from people,
you're like, oh my God.
I'm like, what do I do now? Like, you've got completely different things. It's like, yes, you don't need to give it to everyone. Maybe in the beginning stages when you're trying to figure out how you want to write it, you've got drafts.
Yeah.
But your final draft, I feel like, does not need to go to that many people because you're just going to confuse yourself. And you want to also make it very personal to you because that's what they look for as well, because everyone's the same.
Statement.
It's a personal statement. Everyone, like, medical students are also typical. I feel like, I mean, Esther, we're both very typical medical students, I would say as well. Like, we all did math, bio, chem. It's little things that will kind of bring your personality out, make it stand out.
Yeah.
Those are things that are personal to you. Make use of resources. Many things, like, there's so many different people out there or different companies and whatever that kind of gain help, like YouTube channels. I watch so many YouTube videos. There's that stupid, what's that textbook? Did you get that textbook? That bait one about interview questions.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it's called now.
They had the UK cat version.
Yeah.
I forgot
that bait one. There's so many things like available.
I think you just need to be patient, honestly, with medical application.
That's the
just
main.
Be patient.
Patience is key.
Honestly,
is key.
And don't give up. Like, if you, like I said before, you can want to give up. Just looking for work experience alone can put you off.
Because people be saying no, whatever.
Also, don't look at everyone else. Honestly, everyone's application is so personal. Like, everyone's journey into it is so personal. Like, people be like, oh my God, I got selected to all 5 unis. Oh my God, I did 4 A levels, 4 A stars. It can actually, like, discourage you. Don't look at anyone else. Honestly, mine, I've never heard of, like, rejection and then calling back. I could have given up.
Yeah.
And also, after the interview, if I had let it bother me during that whole exam period, I probably would have flopped the exams thinking, oh, I'm not gonna get into medicine anyway. I've got all 4 rejections anyway. There's no point, like, let me just chill, blah blah. Just do you, okay? Believe in yourself, work hard. Don't let anyone discourage you. Say, oh, you can't get into medicine. No, okay?
So soppy,
go for it. If you know that's exactly what you want to do, go for it. Believe in yourself, work hard.
It's so soppy.
And yeah.
But yeah, man. So that was our journey into medicine. It's so long and convoluted, but I mean, we're here. Like, we actually survived it all. Like, and it's so nice to think this is what, like, the 16-year-old versions of us wanted. Like, they wanted us to be in medicine, studying. As much as it's a hard degree, like, we wouldn't want to be in any other degree. We love it. Like, hope you liked the video, and like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff.
If you do have any other questions, you've watched this video and you thought, oh, actually, I would like to know more about this, ask away, okay? Just comment down below and we could possibly do another one. So yeah, we'll see you in our next video.
But it's like that meme, what is it, where they're like, God needs to, he gives his biggest battles to his strongest soldiers. And I'm not a strong soldier.
Maybe I was. Right now, I'm not a strong soldier anymore. I don't even want to be classed as strong.
I say, God, I'm not strong, I'm not strong.